What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you guys are new here, my name is Eamon. This is my 2023 BMW M3, aka the G80, and in today's video I'm going to break down exactly how much I paid for it. So if you guys saw my last video about the G80 M3, I went through every spec, every option that I chose on this car. I gave you guys a brief reason why I chose it and just sort of like a quick explanation of what it is. So if you guys didn't watch that video already, I would highly recommend it. But in today's video, like I was saying, we're gonna go through every spec and every option again, but I'm only gonna focus on the price. And then towards the end of the video, I'll give you guys the total number for this car. And then on top of that, I'll tell you guys exactly how much I paid for it, because as you guys may or may not know, to get one of these cars right now, unfortunately, for the most part, you have to pay over MSRP. So similar to last video, we have the spec sheet right over here, which breaks down every spec and every option, as well as the price for this car. We're just gonna start off really quickly. Again, this is a 2023 BMW M3. It is a competition and it is an xDrive. So just for this car base, without any additional options or specs, it is $82,600. We didn't even get into any of the options and it's already very, very expensive. Now, of course, if you want to just get a base model, it's going to be significantly cheaper. Then if you want to get a competition, it gets a little more expensive. And if you want to get an xDrive, it gets even more expensive, thus getting us to that $82,600 mark. Now, we still have to go into all the specs and options. And on this car, again, if you guys saw that last video, there's quite a few of them. So let's just jump into it. So going down the list, the first thing that we have is the black sapphire metallic paint for $650. And yes, guys, this black paint is an additional option. It is an additional cost. If you guys aren't familiar with the G80s, the only color that's not an additional cost is the white. However, this color is actually one of the cheaper colors at $650. Now, the next option is the full merino leather in ivory, specifically for this car, and that is $2,300. Now again, I'm not going to go into exactly what that means and what that gets you. If you guys want to know that, check out the last video, but the price for this was $2,300. In my opinion, definitely worth it. All right, so some of these next ones, there's not really much to show, so I'm just gonna show you guys my face as I explain them. So the next one is parking assistance package. That was $700. The next one after that is the executive package, and that was $1,800. The next thing on the list is mDrive Professional, which is $900. Kind of pricey for what you get in that, in my opinion, but anyways. So now the next one, I can't exactly show you what it is, and that is these M Shadow Line lights. That is $300. Actually pretty cheap considering what you get. I know this is sort of all over the place, but I'm literally just going down the list. So the next thing on the list of this spec sheet is the carbon fiber trim, and that is $950. Thankfully, the next one on the list is also inside the interior, and that is these carbon fiber bucket seats. Probably the most expensive option on this car as it's spec'd. That is $4,500 for these seats, guys. I have to pause on these ones because I know it's gonna trigger a lot of people. $4,500 for seats in an M3, that's a lot of money. Like, you can literally go and buy another car with that money. But I'll be honest with you guys, I do not regret it one bit. These carbon bucket seats absolutely make the car, in my opinion. Now, if you guys are gonna daily drive your car, I would not suggest getting them. They're a hassle to get in and out of. However, if you guys are gonna use the car like me, like a weekend car, a show car, a car for YouTube and social media, they're absolutely amazing. I just love the aesthetic of them. I mean, just look at how beautiful these seats are. I know I wasn't gonna go into the details of these specs, but I mean, this is the only one I'll do it, guys. I promise. Just, I mean, come on, these carbon buckets, they're absolutely stunning. Again, I know this is all over the place, but I promise you guys, I'm just following the list on this spec sheet. So now going back to the headlights. So as you guys are able to tell, I have the laser headlights, and those were $1,000. Not too bad for the money, but you know, it is what it is. So now the last few are other ones that are kind of just boring and nothing I can really show you to, you know, kind of visualize it. So I'm just gonna say them off the list. So we have the drive recorder for $100, which is actually a very, very good value, because as I explained in the last video, the drive recorder is sort of like a built-in dash camera. And if you guys try to buy a dash camera, a good one's like what, like $1,000. So getting one built into your car for $100, that's honestly a really good deal. The next thing is the wireless device charging, which is just a wireless charger for your phone. That was $200. Also, not a horrible deal, but you know, you can live without it. And now the last thing, which is pretty much on every car, it's the destination charge, which is $995. There are some things that I actually didn't spec on this car that are actually really, really expensive if you were to spec it. For example, the adaptive cruise control, which I want to say is about like $1,000 and change. And then the other thing is the carbon fiber package, which also is about like $4,000, I want to say. To be honest with you guys, I know $4,000 sounds like a lot of money for the carbon package, but if you guys look at what it gets you and how much it transforms the car, I would definitely say that it's worth it. I explained this in the last video and I'll explain it again. The reason I did not get the carbon fiber package for this car is because, again, I'm a YouTuber. I make videos for fun and for entertainment for you guys, for me. So rather than paying that $4,000 plus for the carbon fiber package and then the car just coming out looking really, really good, I figured I'd get the carbon fiber pieces myself, make videos about it. That way we can have more fun with the car, have a bigger transformation. But again, just for what I do, I chose not to get it. So if you guys are wondering, well, if you pretty much spec'd out everything else in this car, why didn't you get that? That's the reason. All right, so now comes the final number. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's a big number. So I'm gonna sit down for this because it does get pretty wild. So the final number for this 2023 G80 M3 is $96,995. That is a lot of money, especially for a BMW M3. It's almost crazy looking at the number on paper. Like, imagine what you can do with that. That's pretty much like $100,000, guys. I know for some people that might not be much, and you know, some people are probably judging me like, oh, you're making a big deal for a $100,000 car. And then on the flip side, I know there are some people that are saying that I'm crazy for even spending that much on a car. So a few things to note, just so you guys understand my perspective. I use these cars as sort of like a business. I make videos about it, I get sponsorships, you know, I do like affiliate marketing, all that type of stuff. So from a business perspective, I think it makes sense. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like $97,000 pretty much for a car is a lot of money. If you guys don't believe me, here's the number right here. Hopefully it's able to focus. So there it is, guys. That's how much this 2023 G80 costs. Now, something I didn't get into yet is that is MSRP. And as I mentioned before, guys, in order to get one of these cars, you typically have to pay a lot over MSRP. If you go and try to find one right now, I guarantee you they're probably selling for like $10,000, $15,000 over the MSRP. So if this one was 97, a car like this will probably go for like 105 to like 110 if I had to guess. So definitely a lot of money. How much did I pay for it? Well, on the bright side, I paid exactly $97,000. Well, excluding like sales tax and registration and all that, but in terms of just the car, that is how much I paid. I did not pay a dime over MSRP, and there is a reason for that. So if you guys have been watching my channel for a while now, you'll know that I actually ordered this car way back in July, and I waited almost a year for it to get it. So because I ordered it and because I waited so long, I was able to get it for MSRP. So that's why I accepted waiting so long for this car, so I can at least pay MSRP. So $97,000, guys. Again, I know it's a lot of money, but I wanted to make this video so you guys can get an idea of how much these cars cost, how much each individual thing costs. At that point, you guys can decide if you think it's worth it or not. Obviously, you can just go ahead and go on buildabmw.com or whatever it's called and just spec out your own and see the exact cost breakout. But if you guys are curious about mine and how much mine costs, here it is. So with that said, guys, this video is pretty much done. If you guys want to see more G80 content, please hit that subscribe button. We have a whole bunch of cool stuff coming for this car. I have a whole bunch of cool videos planned as well as mods, and trust me guys, there will be a lot of mods for this car. Literally a brand new, pretty much $100,000 M3. We're gonna start tearing apart and modding. So if you guys want to see that, stay tuned. But yeah, anyways, with that said, this video is pretty much done, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.